Hello and welcome to day 58 of MP Strong 365, and this is technically the same 24-hour period. This is post surf and nap and I need to do some arms and just whatever. So I was like, well, let me just do a few minutes of arms while I record. The first thing I'm going to do is a crossover stretch. So I'm figuring out a height away from the floor that will be suitable. Meaning you can use a yoga block or a step or a bench, and we'll make our way down to the floor. But at first, we're just going to keep the feet square and long through the waist, and then raise that arm over your head. And again, I have to keep my hips square for this to be ultimately effective or highly effective. In fact, I might band my legs because it'll send me a cue if my legs are moving with this stretch. Okay, so with the legs banded, I feel them more when the knees fold in, right? So I'm gonna lengthen out and very lightweight on the weight in front of you, and so I can get that long back, and then the hips stay square, and I reach overhead and breathe. Trying to turn the hips down in the opposite direction of your lift up. Maybe I'll come a little bit closer to the body now. And now sweep that hand through and then let it come up. Big breath. And sweep that hand through and let it come up. And then we'll do 8 sweeps and up. 8 sweeps. Maybe I won't move the head on one just to feel the difference. When you sweep underneath the body, squeeze your chest muscles a little bit. And now I'm going to change that height down more towards the floor. So come up in between reps, stretch your arms up over your head. Take a gun grip. Big stretch overhead. Once to the left side tip, up through center, once to the right side tip. Oh yeah, up through center. And that was gratuitous. And then we'll come down onto our reduced height and go into the same move. Then we'll do this one more time with the legs together and crossed. So sweep the arm up. Send it through the body, sweep the arm up, send it through. Think about unlocking the middle of your back, the middle of your back. I say arm, so you keep thinking about arm, middle of the back, middle of the back, middle of the back. Try to inhale as you uplift. That's just good. And now if you have a light weight or a band or something, take it in between your hands and up overhead for that stretch again. Press the weight against the hands or whatever you have, a weight, a band, a nothing. And take that side bend again. And up and over, side bend. Side bend through that whole side, armpit to thigh. And we'll come up through center. Good. Now I am going to slide the band off just because I don't need it. And I'm going to cross over, so the leg, it doesn't really matter which leg. Swing this way. Yeah, it does. So cross your right foot behind your left. And then we'll come down with a flat spine, all the way down. I'm going to use my little bit of height here. Okay, squeeze the inner thighs. Try to go for a flat back. And then we'll sweep that arm up overhead. So keeping your spine long and flat, keeping your legs squeezed together. Lift up and hold and squeeze and breathe. Try to tuck your shoulder in. Squeeze your inner thighs again. No. And we'll come on down to the floor. Let the head dangle. Say no and yes. Good. And now bend both legs. Just squeeze those inner thighs. If your front heel tips up, almost like you're sort of doing a little eagle. Oh my gosh, I should do eagle. Okay, we're going to do one eagle, so since it's happening already, the body will tell you what it needs to do next. So I'm going to wrap that, take your left knee up to your chest, okay? And I almost did that in a balance. I almost did that fancy. Take your left knee to your chest, then I lied, just swipe it down for the inner thighs past the back foot, little instep kicks. And then we'll wrap it. So we take it up to the chest, then wrap it over the right leg. Try to capture something or just press your calves, inner thighs, everything together. Okay, then the ideal is you wrap the arms, but I'm not going to play that way today. I'm just going to come into a prayer squeeze. And then I'm going to sit down. As I sit down, squeezing a piece of paper in between those inner thighs, keeping your legs locked together, squeezing your calves, squeezing your inner thighs, push the legs against each other for counter tension. I'm going to try to get a full wrap, but not so my knees wobble. Squeeze and press and point and squeeze the elbow tips all the way down, all the way down. Send the elbows towards the knee. Squeeze the legs. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then we'll come on out of that. Ooh, yeah, that was good. Okay, so now we'll hit the arms. Oh my gosh. I need to have dinner. Ooh, that was good. All right, get those IT bands wobbly. So keep the palms facing you. Wait, what? Keep the palms facing me. I keep the palms facing you or in front of me the entire time I'm doing this. So I come up and down. Send it up and down. Bring it up and down. All the way up and down. Trying to raise this weight up from below. From the feet staying grounded. One more time. Good, now set those weights on the floor and we're at the concert now. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Raise your hands up, everybody, Saturday night. What? That's right. I always how do they clap that fast? Well, Monica, your shoulders are so tight. And this makes your arms tired. Clap it overhead. Raise the roof. I'm like, this is for 20-year-olds who can still raise roofs and be like, ooh, not my rotator cuff hurts when I raise the roof. Good, couple more times. All right, now airplane arms, helicopter. Add a foot rotation with this. This is just not to get too rigid. Good, add a little hip twist. This always reminds me of that movie Ladybugs with like that guy with the big bulgy eyes. What is it, Rodney Dangerfield? And he's coaching this like misfit little girls soccer team, and they show up to their first game, and the one little girl is literally standing in the center of the field doing this. Every time I do a helicopter, I'm gonna like post a clip to that if I can find it, I swear. It's so funny. All right, cool, grab your weights again. Yes, we are doing the other side on the leg, but I want to do just a couple more arms first. So let's see, what do I want here? Let's come down to the floor on your tummy, and we'll do triceps that way just for isolation station. So pull your belly firm against the floor. Bring your forehead against the floor is fine. A mat would have been better, but oh well, we're here. So yeah, mat or towel. Like, come on, Monica, put something against your head. It's just not that far away. All right. So, great. Forehead against something. Hands on by your sides. 5-pound weights, 3-pound weights, 2-pound weights, no weights, whatever. And we'll bring those pinkies up first. So now I'm like, no, my ribs are splayed underneath me. So I'm going to take a couple inhales, and then I'm going to do 20 reps with no talking. Just get the hips under, the ribs underneath. All right. Squeeze up. Focus on straw, suck in. Maybe bring the legs together to squeeze. And we're done with 20. Bring your arms up like grasshoppers. Do a press up. Keep your elbows bent. Broaden the chest. Squeeze the glutes. Oh, my Lanta. Squeeze the quads on the way down. Now release the weights from your hands. Come up halfway with that press up. So release, hand release, cobra, I guess. Squeeze the legs together. Press the tops of the feet against the floor. Now stretch your arms out over your head. Keep yourself away from the floor, upper body stretch. Press the tops of the feet down against the floor. Squeeze the legs together. Hold. And now bring those hands back to that high elbows, weights by the waistline, and we'll slide into a knees push-up. So big breath in. Drop your hands down. Keep your weights close to your chest. Keep your elbows high and tucked. Push up. Down, push up. Tops of the feet are pressed at this moment. Try to find that tailbone tuck. But I notice my elbows swinging out. Just 2 more. Elbows stay tucked. Good. Stay in your push-up position. I'm going to try to lift the weight up now, alternating dumbbells. Just little kiss flickers. So squeeze those legs down into the floor, tops of the feet in the floor. Tiny lift, tiny lift, tiny lift, tiny lift. I'm trying to minimize the hip toggle side to side. Hip, don't move, hips, don't move. They stay down because the tailbone is tucking. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. One on your back. I was debating. We already have the weights. Bring the weights up at shoulder level. Bring them overhead. Keep your legs up and just stretch overhead. Just nice and free with legs up. Don't have them so far up that you can't feel the abs having to work to keep them there. Bend them as you like. Maybe move them around as you like. You're welcome to start taking this into a full sort of V up. Okay, so lean into that ab contraction. If you move your legs around and you kind of feel that helps you draw everything together from the waistline, this is one of the most easy exercises to progress. You can do this one leg, both legs, legs bent, no weight, all weight. It's all about stretching your body using the floor as your cue to a nice ab contraction. It's stable on the spine. Couple more times. Oh, that feels good. Yeah, to kind of center in there. After being on the board on your belly, your abs kind of just splay. So now I'm just hanging out in this tabletop here. You could even hey, maybe don't sit on your couch tonight. Lay on the floor and put your feet up on the couch instead, or on an ottoman or whatever, at least for a time. I'm telling you, your life will change forever by just looking at a chair in a different way. Looking at it, not being in it. So now I'm just doing alternating leg lowers for 12, 11, head up, arms pressed down, fingertips reaching down towards those heels. 3, 2, 1. Now head can be down or up, arms are pressed down into the floor, and we extend both legs and bring them in. I'm gonna drive through the base of the heels on these. And try for no displacement in the spine. Maybe keeping my head down, try to relax the neck and the front of the throat. Sometimes I'll make raspberry as I run to make sure my face is not screwed up tight. Yes, it makes a lot of friends. Couple more. All right, groovy. So already feeling pretty good. I'm gonna do the other leg and then do some bicep curls and then call it. So the other leg on the stretch. We start with our high height. That's that song. High for a living. You know that song? Wow. That was a butchering of the song, wasn't it? So let's see, which arm moved before? I feel like it was my right. So now I'm gonna move the left, I think. I don't know. All right. And I know there's a foot of space between my stomach and the shirt there. So I swear there is flatness or something. Point is flat spine, not letting my belly hang out too much. There's nothing wrong with having a belly as long as you're working towards getting some pressure in that abdomen. You just want some inner abdominal pressure because that is going to help alleviate joint discomfort too hard landing on your walk, okay? So in order to stay healthy, we have to stay moving. It's not about being thin or fat as much as it is having the ability to be healthy moving around. So that's why I always say tummy tucked. It doesn't mean you have to have a flat stomach. It just means that you need to acknowledge that that area can be muscular and firm. All right. So with that, we stretch. Oh yeah, this is definitely the side I didn't do, right? It has to be. Yes, totally is. Oh gosh. So I didn't put the band around my knees. It's fine. I'm going to trust myself. Try to keep my hips down and square and level. It is hot in here. Holy crap. Got hot quick. Oh, that knee is going so far in front of the other one. I'm going to try to post that hip back, stretch overhead, move around in the stretch a little bit, enough to kind of right the cattywampus, And then we'll drag it through the body and back up overhead. Big inhale. And through. And inhale. Good. And we'll bring that down to the less height position. I'm going to take a little leg stretch, just straight up legs in between, moving side to side. I'm telling you, the ankles are getting better. All right. So, same deal. Sweep. And through. Try to lower those hips down a little bit. The hips are like too high up. Yeah. All right, groovy. So we'll take that overhead. I didn't do my overhead in between. That's fine. Actually, I want a pistol overhead. Legs together now. To side bend. Up, other side, side bend. And up through the middle there. All right, let's cross the left ankle, left leg. Actually, we'll do our little like sweepers first. So, yeah. Wait, what? Is that gonna work? Yes, I think. Yes, that's the one. Is that right? No. Right foot crosses over the left. So a little adductor. All right, now I'm gonna sweep that leg. Oh yeah, it just doesn't want to communicate this way. So now I come down into my forward fold there, bending the knees. Yes, I'm gonna do my little eagle. Oh man. I don't even know if I swept up on this side. Swept it up. Ooh, but now I can see my non-flat back, so that's good. So in the side door, so yeah, like something to work on, right? Like ultimately here, my spine would be like flat with my legs crossed. So that's why using that height helps. Middle of the spine. So maybe I don't go into an uplift just yet, or maybe I do. I don't know, just move through it. Staying in that crisscross position. Like to get to the next stage, if I have to do a ton of compensations, then I'm not gonna go there. So I'm just gonna take it into my eagle, man. Just eagle it out. So I'm gonna look to the side here and come up and try to cross like this one crosses a lot more easily, but keeping the legs squeezed together. up and around. I can see my knees square better the other way. So now pressing the elbows together, getting tall from the waist. This makes my hip pointer know that it is a hip pointer. So I'm going to try to cross again, but only to the point where I don't have to make my hips go cattywampus. So squeeze those hands together, cross from the upper inner thigh, and squeeze. That's all I'm going to do for right now. Like, take it out to a place that you can succeed in. You don't have to feel like you have to twist the whole way. So you can start by just crossing that knee across the body. And then maybe you go to attach and hook it. All right, I'm gonna be done with that side on my eagle practice. And let's do biceps, then we'll cap it off. So it doesn't take a lot to, tomorrow I'm gonna do resistance bands. So it doesn't take a lot to isolate the bicep. I'm just gonna make this feel good. But, like, it's not, I need to look in the mirror. Like, the visual helps a lot for this. I mean, you can look at somebody else too. I can't, like, see because I don't have my glasses on, so it helps if the image of me is a little bit closer. Just noticing what happens in your feet as you curl the weights up. Is there any movement in the lower body whatsoever besides just, like, a settledness? I say settled to avoid, like, rigid, but just settled. And then just squeezing the elbow tips at the bottom. So isolation means I'm scooping up from the waist, but not swinging. I'm gonna take 20 seconds rest. Oh, maybe I'll come down into a row. Yeah, let's post one foot back. Come down into a rear delt. Three. Good, and then we'll come up and do another set of bicep curls. I'll face forward this time. Nice and settled. Like, truly, I can barely lift these weights to feel the inside of my bicep here, so I'm trying to get into the pinky finger. So maybe I'll alternate a couple times. Actually, let's alternate because I can really feel it through the inside of the bicep. And I can keep my wrist firm and focus on improvements in my grip strength. Maybe turning your head around. Oh, that was a good neck crack. There's a lot of neckness on the surfboard too. Oh my gosh, my biceps, like, legit, like, especially with swimming, forget about it. They get so weak. So more Moss pull-ups, Moss rows, pulls, rows. Yeah. 4, 3, 2, and then I'm gonna hold them up. Oh my gosh. And take them out, in, out like a tray, out, in, little up, little down, little up, little down, little up. Hold them like a tray, out and in with the tray. Little down, little up. Yow! All right, they're done. Goodbye. And other side, 10 rear delts. Oh, yeah. Let's pinch those shoulder blades together. Two, one, and you're good. I'm gonna get even more length through the lats, through the arms, get my gibbon arms going. Have a good night.